for like it. I'm sorry.
That's good. That's good. But
This recording?
yeah.
All right, Akim. This is Lawyer from Great Millstone Miami Camp. And with me I have,
Shamar.
first and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. Today, what we're going to get into is a lesson concerning America, man, Babylon the Great, man, okay, and its role in the scriptures, because, you know, throughout the world and throughout pretty much recent history since World War II, America has assumed the role and has been viewed as the police of the whole world, okay, and that's illustrated in the scriptures, man. So basically what we're going to go into is, you know, to show in the scriptures through prophecy how that was already prophesied aforetime, how it's happening in the world today, and pretty much the result of that, what the result will be for America, which is also illustrated in the scriptures. So hopefully this video is edifying for the brothers. So without further ado, we're going to start at Jeremiah 50 and 23. Go ahead, Al.
It's Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among nations?
Right. So here in Jeremiah 50 and 23, Babylon is called the hammer of the whole earth, okay? And it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth broken, or cut in sunder and broken? So obviously, this nation is known to pretty much be the hammer, or the might, or a mighty nation that's pretty much subjugating the whole earth. That's why it's described as a hammer. And the reason why we know this is America, okay, this Babylon, we know it as America, is because, first of all, ancient Babylon was not the hammer of the whole earth, okay? America is the hammer of the whole earth, all right? When you look at America and how it goes into these other countries and subjugates all these other nations, it fits this prophecy perfectly, okay? Now, in Jeremiah 50 and 23, this also goes into the destruction, okay? So when this hammer of the whole earth is destroyed, it's going to be a big event, you know? How could this possibly happen? Because this nation was basically policing the whole world, okay? Now, right here on Google, if you search on Google, America policed the whole world, or how America polices the whole world, you're going to find a bunch of articles going into, you know, the debate on whether America should be or shouldn't be the police of the world, or whether it is or isn't. So right here, this alone illustrates, you know, you don't necessarily have to go into any of these articles. There's plenty, you know, if Akim want to, but you don't necessarily have to go into any of these articles to just see, just by searching, how evident it is that America is the police of the whole world, especially in light of recent events with Trump in Syria, okay, over an alleged gas attack that Bashar al-Assad executed on his own people, which there's no proof of that actually taking place, whether or not he did it or not. Trump sent missiles over to that country and bombed them, man, okay, over an alleged gas attack, okay? So that shows you right there that America has assumed the role once again as the police of the whole world, because when Trump came into office, all right, he made it clear that he wasn't interested in going into Syria, and that he wasn't interested in America policing the whole world. And even Obama said the same thing during his time in office, okay? But it's clear that no matter what these presidents say about, you know, America not being the police of the whole world and not intervening in certain nations, that eventually they do, okay? So America since World War II has always assumed that role. Like me and Akim were talking earlier about Vietnam, what else? Iraq, Afghanistan, all right? So it's clear, even in modern times and in times prior, that America has assumed that role, okay? And therefore fits this prophecy, okay? So go ahead, Akim.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon.
Con, man. So this is another prophecy concerning America. All right, and in this prophecy, John is having a vision, and in this vision, he sees a lamb coming out the earth with two horns, okay, and it spake as a dragon, okay, and this is talking about America. This is symbolic for America, all right, and the reason why it's described as a lamb is because America always portrays itself as trying to bring peace and balance and equality to the rest of the world, you know, and trying to show the rest of the world the right way, okay. And a lot of the times that's also includes America sending their military to these other countries, man. But instead of bringing this equality and this peace and the stability that they promise to bring, okay, they bring destabilization, man. That's why it's described as a lamb, okay, but spake as a dragon, okay, going into the treachery, okay, the lying nature of America, okay. And these two horns are supposed to represent the two political parties that America is run by, the Democrats and the Republicans, okay. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
Right, and that this beast, America, exercises the power or all the power of the first beast before him, and this first beast is talking about NATO. Okay, when you read Revelations 13, 1 through around 1 through 8, verse 1 through 8, that's talking about NATO. Okay, NATO and the EU. All right, and America, right here. Well, before I touch on that, it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. All right, so this is talking about how America executed or exercises the power of NATO. All right, and how does America do that? Well, America, it makes up, as far as the military might of NATO, America makes up, or the American military contribution to NATO makes up most of it. Okay, even in as far as monetary expending money to back up NATO, America makes up over 70% of that. Okay, and I believe when was it? Earlier this year or last year when Trump and the other EU and NATO members was going back and forth about how they should pay more of their fair share. Con. All right, now here on Wikipedia, the Akim pulled up earlier member states of NATO, right? And as you scroll further down, it goes into the military personnel, and as far as the active personnel and the reserve personnel, America contributes more military personnel, active and reserve, than all the other members of the NATO coalition. Okay, all right. America pretty much contributes over 1 million troops, active troops, man, active personnel, and reserve personnel is over 800,000. Okay. And even in the case of military expenditure, as far as money goes, monetarily, okay, over 16 million, all right, as of 2015, okay, GDP and military expenditure as of 2015, over 500,000, okay, more than all the other NATO member states, okay. So we'll go back to Revelations 13 and 12. Go ahead. You can go ahead read it.
Back in Revelation 13:12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Con, man. So through America's military might, okay, through America exercising the power, exercising all the power of the first beast before it, which is NATO, all right, that's caused all the other nations the majority of them to pretty much yield to the agenda of NATO, okay? And if they don't, usually what happens is, as you see, they end up getting bombed, okay, and having their nation invaded. All right, go ahead.
Verse 13, and he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Con, man, and that's talking about the missiles, man. And that started off towards the end of World War II with America dropping bombs on Japan. Okay, so that's what it means by the great wonders and causing fire to come down from the heavens. That's talking about thermonuclear fire. Okay, and ever since then, these other nations have been in fear of America's basically America's ability to shoot missiles to their countries, man. Okay. And that's why usually a lot of these other nations pretty much yield to America and the other NATO countries because they're afraid of getting their countries invaded or bombed or destabilized like what happened in Iraq. Okay.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he hath power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
God, man, and that pretty much clarifies it even more, man. How they worship this NATO system, how they go along with this system of NATO and their policies, man. Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
God, man, and that goes when it says he has power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. All right, that goes into their propaganda, man. Okay, America is pretty much the face of NATO, and they push forth that NATO's agenda through their propaganda, through their media. Okay, all right, and if these other nations don't pretty much get with the program, all right, they end up getting their nations invaded, all right, by NATO troops, okay, and who makes up the most of that? That makes up most of these military contributions. That's America, man. Okay, Babylon, the hammer of the whole earth. All right. So next precept we have. This is what's gonna result. This is what the result is gonna be for America, man. Okay. So go ahead. Read Jeremiah 50:14.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord.
Right, man. So this is going to be the result of America going around policing the whole world, being the hammer of the whole earth. All right. All these other nations are going to array themselves, all right, or set themselves against Babylon, arrange themselves against Babylon and shoot all their arrows, man. Okay, and those arrows are nuclear missiles, man. All right, and if you want to understand that, you can read Second Ezra, what is that? Second Ezra 16 or 15?
What?
The arrows.
I think it's 16.
Con. Yeah, Second Ezra 16, starting at verse 1. Okay, go ahead. Verse 15.
Oh, all right, so Jeremiah 50, verse 15. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she hath done, do unto her.
Con, man. So the Lord's going to use these other nations, all right, all these other nations that have nuclear capabilities. He's going to use them to take vengeance upon her, all right, for him, all right, but also take vengeance upon her for themselves, man. Okay, because America has been in all these other nations, sending their military to all these other nations, messing with all these other nations, and now it's America's turn to be at the pretty much at the bad end of the stick. Okay, all right. So as she hath done, do unto her, man. The same way America goes around the world dropping bombs and missiles. All right, I think America is currently bombing like 7 nations, if I'm correct. Pakistan, Afghanistan. You also got Egypt and Libya, you know, and a few other nations in the Middle East as well, man. All right, so as America has done, it's gonna happen unto her by way of nuclear missiles, man, and that's gonna be World War III, which we're on the horizon of right now. Okay.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel.
Go ahead. I keep reading.
Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord.
God, man. So when America gets destroyed, when all these other nations shoot their missiles against America, all right, in recompense for all that she had done, there's gonna be a lot of death here in America, man. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of death here in America, and all their men of war shall be cut off in that day. Why? Because during World War III, America's army is going to be removed into the Middle East, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. So America's destruction is going to be is going to coincide with the events that take place in the Middle East when the Lord returns, man. Okay, when He gathers all the nations over there, their armies, and pretty much destroys them all in one instance. Okay, whether by nuclear missiles or by the chariots. Go ahead, Ike.
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord, power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Go ahead, Ike.
And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him.
God, man. So the most proud, again, America, the proudest nation to ever exist on the planet Earth, shall stumble and fall, man. Okay, the Lord has set all these other nations against America because the Lord is against America, okay? For all its wickedness, for all this homosexuality, idolatry, materialism that America pushes, man, okay? Along with the fact that America is responsible for oppressing the children of Israel, which is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, so because of that, the most proud shall stumble and fall, man. All right, during the time of World War III, and shall not rise again, okay? And by way of these arrows, which is the nuclear missiles, shall the cities of America, New York, Miami, Washington, okay, from sea to shining sea, from Alaska all the way down to Florida, all right, from east to west, they shall be set on fire, man, all right, and devour these cities, man. So America is going to be a wasteland. That's why when you go to Jeremiah 50 and 23, okay, it says, how has Babylon become a desolation among the nations, okay? This powerful nation, this hammer of the whole earth, all right, that nobody messed with, okay, that exercised the power of the first beast, which was NATO before it. This powerful nation that nobody could touch, nobody could mess with, that was policing the whole world, is going to become desolate, okay? Why? Because the same thing that's done upon all these other nations, they're going to return the favor, okay? So, that's all we have, brother. Is there, you want to add, say anything on? All right, so with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity. Death to America, and Shalom.
Shalom.